Hey, fourth graders, it's Mrs. Long. I am going to be talking to you today about finding the median, mode, and range of a stem and leaf plot. So this is our last type of data set that we are going to be looking at to be able to find the median, the mode, and the range. So right here we have an example of a stem and leaf plot. This is seed package weights. Remember, when we're reading the stem and leaf plot, right here our key tells us the stem represents the tens place, the leaves represent the ones place. The other type of stem and leaf plot that you might see would be where the stems are whole numbers and the leaves could be also fractions. Okay, so that is also something that you might see, but I did want to kind of point out that the key is going to help you to read it. All right, so we are going to find the median, the mode, and the range of our data. I'm going to start out with the mode. I almost always do. The mode is the number that appears the most. So I'm looking at this. Now you might think, well, I see 3 ones. But remember, these ones are with this one. So it's 11, 11. This one goes with the 2, 21. So those, we're not looking at that. We're looking, okay, I see, I'm going to use a different color. I see this one is a twice, the 5 is twice, the 6 is twice, the 8 is twice, and then this 0 and the 2, the 20 section is twice. So there are actually 5 modes for this data set because there's nothing that appears more than 2 times, and there's a lot of data that does appear 2 times. So our mode is 11. Remember, it has to be both numbers. 15, 16, 18, and 20. Whew, that's a lot of modes. All right, that's not normal to see that many modes. The range is the biggest number, which is, remember that goes with that, 21, minus the smallest number, which is 11. 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 1, so the range is 10. And then the median, again, same thing, we cross off biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest till we get to the data point in the middle. So right now, we can ignore the stems and just work with the leaves. But what's really important with the leaves is to remember all the way over to the right is bigger, all the way to the left is smaller, right? So if I'm crossing off my biggest, smallest, do you see what I had to do? Biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest. So is my median 6? You should all be going, no, Mrs. Long, it's 16. All right, my median is 16. Okay, because that was the number right in the middle of the data set. Okay, now you guys are going to try. I want you to look at this data set. It says a factory packages marbles. The stem and leaf plot shows the number of marbles in 9 packages. Match the number to the mode, median, or range for the data set. So we're actually going to fill it in this chart thing, and you actually might see something that looks like that on FAST. So I'm glad that we're looking at one that looks like that right now so we can see how to fill it in. So go ahead, pause, and find the mode, the median, and the range of this data set. Then come back with me and we're going to go over it. All right, so you should have found your own mode, median, and range. Remember, the mode is the number that appears the most. The median is the number in the middle, and the range is the difference between the biggest number and the smallest number. It might even be helpful with a stem and leaf plot if you want to write the numbers over to the side, because again, stem and leaf plots are hard to read, and this only has 9 numbers, so that's not that many. All right, so this is 0, 7, or just 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 15, 18, 21, 21. Okay? If that's helpful to you to write it over to the side, go for that. Okay, the number that appears the most. I see 15 on here twice, and I see 21 on here twice. So in this case, I would actually have to fill in both 15 and 21 for the mode, because they both appear the most. The median is the number right in the middle, so you can either do cross off, cross off, cross off from there, or you can do it from here. I'm going to do it from over here since I wrote it. Biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest. Here is my median, 15. So I have to fill in the 15 for the median. And now my range is the difference between my biggest number, which is 21, and my smallest number, which is 7. All right, so I'm subtracting here. Remember, the difference is subtraction. I have to regroup. That becomes an 11. That becomes a 1. All of those skills that you learn, like regrouping and how to do basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all those things still apply when you're using it in other ways. So that's why it's so important that you know all of these things. All right, 11 minus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is 4, and 1 minus nothing is 1. So my range is 14. All right, and if I had this and I had to click them, this is what I would have clicked. All right, so it's really important that you kind of understand how to fill in those charts as well. But that is finding the median, the mode, and the range. So now it's your turn. I want you guys to practice finding the median, mode, and range of some different data sets. And then next time, we are going to work on answering some real-world questions about data. Data is something that is used so much. This is such an important thing for you guys to have a good understanding of. There's a lot of situations where different careers and jobs are going to use data. And so it's important that we understand how to analyze it or make sense of it. That's the whole point of collecting it. We don't just collect it to collect it. We collect it to make sense of it. All right? So I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye, guys.